Good morning, guys. This is Rich down at Mr. Guns Firearms, Cave Creek, Arizona. And I wanted to continue on with my series on the collections, okay? And I have been working with a couple of individuals locally as well as the big box guys with regards to this collection or pieces and parts out of it. You never know what they're going to be interested in. So you just kind of show them a whole bunch of different things. But I had a request from one of the interested parties to, give him some sort of an idea of what we're looking at here with regards to this P38 collection. And so what I did was I came in this morning and I've got them all laid out, 14 of them, 14 of the 39. And what I was going to do is I was going to run through here and show you guys, basically what I'm looking at, because I hadn't seen all these guns. I took some of them out. And I've been trying to do comps, and I've got to get them all in my book, which is going to be a major undertaking. So I have holsters, I have the firearms, and these are all well documented and cataloged by the gentleman who curated this collection. So I'm going to start at one end and show you what I just sent one of the interested parties, because it's a big number. It's a really big number. It's not Luger number, but it's a big number. And I would be hard pressed to say that this probably isn't one of the better P38 collections in somebody's, in a personal collection. So here are some of the pieces. Now, if this doesn't float your boat, I mean, I never was a big P38 guy. My dad was a Luger guy. So we had a lot of different Lugers, but you can see, to be appreciated, right? This is leather. This is leather. This is leather from 1940 whatever. And some of it's a little bit beat up, right? It's got that leather patina. But this is in fantastic shape. This is in fantastic shape. And then the guns, he put the guns in the holsters that they would have come in. And this is a special one. Going through the notes, low serial number 1311. It's a 480. All of these have some sort of letter number designation on them. Bakelite grips. He has the description on the holsters, right? Another relatively low serial number, 9129. I mean, some of these guns, they made like 250,000 of them. 2282. This is an AC43. There's a serial number, so he's got, this is how he's got this all documented. But this goes on and on and on. And again, this is 14 of 39 out of these collections. So my seller, who is connected with a couple of individuals who are interested in this is, where's the zero? There's a super special one in here. And they sold one at Rock Island for $11,000, which again is not. Here's the zero right here. 08509. This is a 1940 example. So this is before. I think this is before we got involved in Europe. This is nuts. 14 of 39. Now, I was thinking about getting the other guns out and getting them all photographed as well. It may not get to that, because basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to give the buyer a fair representation of, just exactly what's in this. And, can we be trusted? Like, if we're going to throw a number at you, like how much we want to sell this for, can we be trusted that it's all like this? Because, I mean, the guy could come down here and, look at 39 guns, but is that necessary? And we want to sell these by themselves. Now, another part of this collection is a bunch of black powder Colts, presentation Colts that are second and third generation. I don't know squat about black powder. I know that you can send a black powder gun to anybody. I know that you don't have to do a 4473 for black powder, regardless if it's old or new. So this is a different animal. This has all got to go in the book. This has all got to do 4473s to go to anybody else. So hopefully this guy who wants to buy it is a CNR. All this stuff most likely is on CNR list, right? And that way, well, even if he's not, he could, even if he's a private individual, otherwise he's going to have to fill out 4473s for all this stuff. And it's a big buy, and it's a lot of money. So it's well worth the effort. I'll do delivery. I'll do the rest of that stuff. He can wire the money, give me a cashier's check, yada, yada, yada. But my seller's going to get a chunk. I'm going to pay the widow out, and then I get my chunk, right? So the hopes in all of this is that these guns will go to one buyer, settle out. We have other guns that are going to go to the big box guy, pay, settle out. And then the black powder stuff is all going to Rock Island. Now, Rock Island, I don't care what anybody says about Rock Island. People love to talk smack about Rock Island. Oh, they charge too much. Oh, they do this. Oh, they do this. Let me tell you something. Nobody has guns like Rock Island. I buy guns from Rock Island all the time. They have these on-time auctions that go on, and you can just jump in there anytime, and you can, pick at guns. And there's a lot of stuff that attracts a lot of attention, but there's a lot of stuff that doesn't attract a lot of attention. And unless you go on Gun Broker and buy it, or you want to surf and surf and surf and surf and surf, you go to Rock Island, you can get those pieces because they're not necessarily, that highly desirable in that forum. So if I go and I look for Smith & Wessons, like really nice Smith & Wesson revolvers, I'll go on there. If I want to look for HK battle rifles, I'll go on there. Of course, they have all the crazy stuff, the NFA, the Class 3, the machine guns, that stuff. That's all just like, it's ludicrous money. I've never bought any of that stuff from them before. I did pull a couple of nice HKs out of there last time because they had so many lots. It was the December premiere auction, right? So they had so many lots that by the time it got to the end of the auction, these guns were sitting there. Everybody's tired and bid out. I pulled two beautiful HKs battle rifles. One was a 41 and the other one was a 91-1, which is a collapsible stock 308. And those are sitting in my safe right now, waiting on my one guy to get his house moved and get his guns in there so we can get that in his collection because he wants them. So this is gold. And as a result of like going into this collection to take care of it, I've been introduced to another collection. The gentleman who introduced me to these people has a Winchester collection that would knock your socks off. It's got to be $150,000, and we're talking only about 20 guns. He has boxes for Winchesters from 1917 that the guns came in. That's unheard of. They're destroyed. The silverfish eat them in your closet, whatever. He has gold inlay takedown Winchesters that were engraved by Roger Kehr, Kehr, that are phenomenal. He pulled these out the other day, yesterday, when I went over to his house, and I was like, oh my gosh. So it's a network thing, right? If the word gets around town that we are moral, we are ethical, we buy your guns on the wholesale, and then we'll give you a fat check within a reasonable amount of time. If I tried to sell all these guns by myself, it would take me months. I could put a couple on at a time because I don't want to put 39 P38s online that people are going to be like, well, why is that one $9,000 and this one's $1,000? If you don't know, right? You have to know. So one big buy, one big check, one big score, flip to whomever. This is the kind of networking things that we're doing right now to try and change the dynamics of the business. Getting the website redone, starting up the machine gun thing. We have another experience that goes along with an Airbnb thing, and I'm working with a couple who have a bunch of Airbnb houses. Like if you stay at the OK Corral house, you can go out with us and you can shoot some cowboy guns, stuff like that. So that's where we are today. Thanks for following. Continue to leave your comments, please. I'll try to get back to them as much as possible. I got a lot of work to do. I got to get these guns in the book, and I got to take pictures of the other 25 that are still back in the safe, which is a ridiculous picture in and of itself. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, comment, share with your friends. Love it, guys. Thanks so much.